toughness, grit, strength, fortitude, courage. These are all values that are highly regarded in our society. Problem is, holding these conflict-based values personally will always lead to real problems in real life. The Essence of Reality explores how the psyche, which you are, creates the reality you encounter. Well, hey, you found the Essence of Reality. We explore life here, as in the nature of your consciousness and how reality actually works. Religion creates its own imaginary truth, having nothing to do with reality, and science doesn't cover it either. Indeed, both of them hide life's real flow. You create your life's qualities. No God does, no external power source does. You do. To see how, stay tuned now and, hey, come back again. This clip looks at life with a focus on conflict. Most people, in any culture, at any historical time, think they understand life. They grow up learning popular cultural truths shared among the populace and think, whatever those notions are, that they are unquestionably valid. After all, you absorb common beliefs from early childhood, surrounded by like-minded people. It's difficult to question what you're told. Stories, attitudes, churches, and friends all echo the same ideas. Western culture is no different. With advanced communication and extensive education available, Western thinking seems to be the most progressive ever. But it isn't. With a mindset frozen into a mix of archaic religion, short-sighted science, and ancient notions like luck and fate and chance clouding its thinking, the West is as deluded as any ever, even worse in some ways. Why do I say that? Well, only because it's quite true, and I'll tell you why. Tom Nehrer here, Exploring Consciousness. These insights draw from my website, my books, and many talks to open-minded groups. I first recognized the oneness of things in a fleeting mystic experience years ago. But to see that oneness clearly, it took years to scrape away old, flawed beliefs. My inner journey led to what I call clear awareness, seeing how life works, without a veil of beliefs to hide it. You can improve your health, your life, your relationships, and success by delving into the deeper mind. There, within, you find and can change inner roots to outer problems. That deep subconscious is likely loaded with conflict. Much of our thinking rides conflict as a way of life. We learn to fight our enemies on scales from national to personal. We fight our bodies to make them healthy, our spouses to get them convinced, and our kids to get them in line. Conflict and struggle are so common to our thinking that the news and entertainment is saturated with it. Remove conflict from the newspaper and what's left is a pamphlet. Cut conflict from the evening news, all you got left is that cutesy little feel-good final clip. Oh, and of course lots of ads, which are also conflict-based. Life needn't be that way, not for you personally. You can forge your life with peace and ease as exclusive features. How would life look if your body worked right all the time, your weight stayed constant, and you never had an accident? Imagine if your relationships were supportive, loving, and fun, yet stimulating and unpredictable. Suppose your business ventures and creative efforts always succeeded. Sounds idealistic, a fantasy. That life would always go right. That it can. And you're the key, the only key, to getting your life to reflect your intent. Here's why. Our standard Western thinking cuts you off from the world. Seen in the shade of common thinking, you appear isolated, a thing separate and apart from other things and other people. Religion presents you as meek and powerless in the face of a tough guy God and evil powers. Science tells you bacteria, conditions, and other external forces and sources make things happen to you. Luck and fate seem to nail you too, but those only seem real and daunting. Only because while growing up you absorbed those ideas, all of which separate you from life's effects. In this reality, you are connected with the events you encounter and the relationships you engage, not separate and apart. You can see that connection most clearly by looking back through your own life. Regarding key elements, you'll recognize that you create patterns. Most obvious, you attract specific types of relationships. Even though people come and go as your life unfolds, the types of friends and intimates you attract are consistent. Health too. You'll see, in ways, illness and injury impact you. It also unfolds in meaningful patterns. Success or failure, same thing. Patterns are obvious when you look at real life. Here's the important point. You attract those patterns based on your own inner nature, the overall content of your mindset. If you hold conflict and struggle within, you'll build it into your health, your relationships, and other life difficulties. What I'm saying is, your life reflects your own nature. If you want to change the negative patterns you encounter, you need to delve inward into your own mindset and change the roots to those patterns within. The real life patterns change then in response. Of course, your mind, your subconscious, is quite complex, so that the process can be complicated. But through these videos, with details provided on my website and in my books, I'll show you techniques for exploring the subconscious, what to look for, and how to change. All you have to do is follow up on them, do them. Explore your deep subconscious. It's as much a part of you as your rational self. And within your psyche lies the key to awareness and life quality. You alone drive your life. Conflict you face stems from within. The essence of reality will show you just how that works and how to make life work for you. We explore life here and how reality actually works. All clear awareness, seeing how life works, without a veil of beliefs to hide it. You are connected with the events you encounter, that you create patterns. You attract those patterns based on your own inner nature. If you want to change the negative patterns you encounter, you need to delve inward into your own mindset and change the roots to those patterns within. If you hold conflict and struggle within, you'll build it into your health, your relationships, and other life difficulties. You alone drive your life.